So once again, the Dallas Cowboys got embarrassed at home. They do not have a single win at home yet in the 2024 season. Pretty crazy that Jake Paul has more wins in that stadium than the Dallas Cowboys right now. Just madness, madness, madness. Just an embarrassing franchise. And, obviously Mike McCarthy's gone. And Des Bryant actually had a tweet last night saying that he would fire everyone immediately and that he would try to hire Deion Sanders. Listen, man, at this point, I'm down for it. I'm down for just the entertainment, the WWE aspect of that going down. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that would be prime time, must see TV every single week. And you know what? I know a lot of people hate on Deion Sanders, but I don't really have an opinion on him as of right now. But one thing for sure, no matter if you love him or you hate him, he's entertaining and he brings eyeballs. And I just think if the Cowboys aren't going to be competitive, if the Cowboys aren't going to be good, at least be entertaining. Because the Cowboys have all these prime time matchups every single week. You might as well be entertaining. If you're going to be entertaining, at least that. Rather than Mike McCarthy and Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott being mediocre. Like, this team isn't going to be competing for a Super Bowl anytime soon, so just be entertaining. That's all I ask, and I feel like that's all NFL fans really care about and ask for. It's a better league when the Cowboys are kind of competitive or at least in the mix because it's America's team. It's Cowboys fans, the most obnoxious fan base in the NFL, and it's fun to see them kind of choke in the playoffs. It's fun to see them choke in Week 17, Week 18. Shout out Tony Romo. It's no fun when Cooper Rush is getting blown out at home and the Cowboys have another primetime game against the Bengals and the NFL can't flex it out because they're doing some sort of Simpsons broadcast of the game. Like, what the what are we doing? Like come on, man. So if I'm Jerry Jones, just throw Deion a fat bag and just be like, listen, man, try to just put on a show. That's all I ask. Just try to put on a show, and I hope he gets the job. Will he get the job? I'm not sure. Kellen Moore, who knows? I feel like is potential to be the head coach of the Cowboys just because, of course, he was a player there and he was the OC there for quite some time, and he's having some good success with the Eagles right now. And plus, he knows Jerry. I'm sure he has a great relationship with Jerry Jones, so I feel like he definitely has some clout there, and I feel like that would bump him up to probably the 1 or 2 spot in the list of candidates that they will interview. So I'd rather Deion than Kellen Moore just because he's kind of a question mark, and again, Deion just brings entertainment and he'll have a lot of sound bites in the post-game press conferences and everything else in between. Let me know if you want Deion to be the coach of the Cowboys, or who do you think should be the coach of the Cowboys going forward. I am curious to see if they do interview Mike Vrabel. I think that would be an excellent hire for him. It's just Vrabel seems like a pretty smart, competent guy, and for him to deal with Jerry Jones for, who knows, man, the next 10, 20, 30 years, maybe they'll put him on ice and he'll still be around forever. I don't know, but I just don't know if he'll want to deal with him. But then again, if Jerry Jones offers him a lot of money, why not be the coach of America's team? It's kind of a hard job to turn down, especially when you have a good quarterback with Dak Prescott. I'm not a big Dak Prescott guy, but, at least we know he's going to be a good regular season quarterback. You know that you could get wins with him. So that's definitely a plus. Plus, you have CD there as well. So it's not a completely terrible landing spot if you're a head coach. And I'm sure they'll interview Ben Johnson and Bobby Swolik as well. And again, man, I just don't know if the Cowboys should really bring in an unknown first-year head coach sort of guy. I really would recommend someone with head coaching experience, whether that's Mike Vrabel. And I know Deion has never been a head coach in the NFL before, but screw it. You know what I mean? Screw it. So yeah, obviously a lot of people wanted Mike McCarthy to get fired throughout the year and even today after that embarrassing loss. And like I said, man, that's not going to happen because Jerry Jones does not do business that way. Instead of firing someone mid-season or at the proper time, he just waits for the contract to expire, and that's what we're all going to see going forward. And that's the thing too, compare this franchise to the Jets right now. At least with the Jets, you can give them credit that they're actually making moves and making changes and being proactive. I'm telling you, man, like Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, someone just has to step in and just, I don't know, man, just talk some sense into this guy. Just tell him to step down. Like, who knows? Jerry Jones is an old guy, and I don't know how much longer he's got, but I really think the best thing, the best news for any Cowboys fans going forward is not hiring Deion or drafting Shador or making the playoffs or anything like that. The best news going forward for this franchise is Jerry Jones stepping away from being the owner. Jerry Jones no longer having full control over this team. That is the best news going forward for the Cowboys because until that happens, this team isn't going to do anything at all. Jerry even had another BS quote after the Monday Night Football game saying that Mike McCarthy hasn't lost the locker room. That's bull, man. That is bull. With how the defense is playing and just how Cooper Rush, like, come on, man. How are you not unmotivated to go up and shoot for the Cowboys every week? It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the fans. It's embarrassing for the players. Like, Micah Parsons, if I'm him, honestly, like, trade me. Get me somewhere else. And I would recommend that too. I know Micah Parsons is a pretty good player, but we've seen him throughout his career so far disappear in some big games, and he's really only a pass rusher. And yeah, I know he's a good pass rusher, but I think the Cowboys could get a lot for him, and I think they might as well just go all in with their offense. Maybe try to get a top draft pick and draft an old lineman or something. Plus, I don't know what their salary cap situation is like. I know they paid Dak. I know they paid CD. I don't know how much they have left for Micah Parsons. So, honestly, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I would kind of be open to trading Micah Parsons going forward. You guys let me know what you think. Would you trade Micah? And who would you want the Cowboys to be? And who do you want the Cowboys to hire as their new head coach? Deion, Bobby Spolik, Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, even though he wouldn't go there because he's smart enough not to deal with Jerry Jones. You guys let me know in the comments below. If you made this far, please subscribe. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
He'll throw it over the middle. Shazier's all over the ball carrier. This is an almost must-convert scenario. Third down coming up here in the late stages. Yes, that's 4-down territory, but you don't want to face make or break at this point.
Yeah, on the defensive side, now it's time for the coach to do his job. Be aggressive. Call a defense that the offense has not seen so far today. If you do that, I think you'll catch them by surprise.
The Broncos decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Big play coming. Defense looking for a stop. First and goal from the 2. Pass is intercepted. The Steelers ready to officially chalk up the victory. The interception has them in a very safe position with very little time left on the clock.
Well, they got stars on the defensive side. We've talked about that. They're smart. They did the right things. Their fundamentals were just solid all day long, and it led them to victory.
Will go ground. Bell's brought down after picking up only a yard. The Broncos will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. In a real tough spot here on 2nd down. Williams lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Williams taking the handoff. Stewart's in on the tackle.
Well, when you know you can win the game, but just running the football, then you just run the football. Take no chances. Keep two hands around it at all times, and don't worry about the extra yard.
Roethlisberger comes out in the pistol.
You fight your guts out, and then you come up short. How in the world do you quarrel with this on the inside?
You know, it's so tough. When you lose a close game, you just sit down and you think about what you did during that contest. Could I have done something differently where it would have changed the